He was kicked out of his own school for being too poor, but they didn't know he was the one paying their salaries. Image prompt, a cinematic wide shot in a luxurious. The humble arrival. A man pulls up to the gates of a prestigious private academy on a rusted, squeaky bicycle. His clothes are worn out, and his face is weathered by years of hard labor. Nobody looking at him would guess that this man is actually the city's most influential billionaire, returning to the place where his journey began, as a janitor. The confrontation. The school security guard immediately steps forward, blocking the path with a look of pure disgust. "You're at the wrong place, old man. We don't want your kind here," he shouts. The billionaire simply smiles, a calm look in his eyes. He remembers this feeling all too well, the feeling of being invisible because of the clothes on his back. The struggle 20 years ago, this man spent his nights mopping these very floors. He worked 3 jobs just to afford his mother's medicine, often sleeping in the school's basement. He was the forgotten janitor, a shadow in the hallways of the wealthy, dreaming of a life he was told he could never have. The spark of hope. One night, an elderly professor found him studying a discarded textbook in the library. Instead of reporting him, the professor sat down and taught him. "Your hands were made for a pen, not just a broom," he whispered. That professor paid his first university fee out of his own pocket, a debt the boy never forgot. The rise. After leaving the school, the boy became a man possessed by a vision. He faced 1,000 rejections, slept on park benches, and built his company from a single laptop in a crowded cafe. Piece by piece, he built an empire that now spans continents. But today, he wasn't here as a CEO, he was here as a witness. The disguise test. He walked through the campus, watching the parents in their designer suits and the students with their latest gadgets. He saw the way they looked down at the cleaning staff today, just like they did 20 years ago. The architecture had changed, but the arrogance remained the same. The principal's office. He entered the principal's office, only to be ignored. The principal didn't even look up from his phone. "We aren't hiring maintenance staff. Get out," he barked. Without saying a word, the man placed a small, yellowed piece of paper on the mahogany desk. The revelation. The principal glanced at the paper. His face went pale. It was a 20-year-old receipt, the one the professor had used to pay the janitor's fees. On the back, it was signed by the school's secret benefactor, the man who had donated millions to keep the school running for the last decade. The power shift. The man stood tall, his presence suddenly filling the room. "I came here to donate a new wing to this school," he said, his voice cold and steady. "But I've realized you've spent so much time building walls that you forgot to build character. This school doesn't need more money, it needs a soul." The lesson. The staff gathered in the hallway, whispering in shock. The billionaire looked at them and delivered a final message: "You judge a man by his clothes, but you should judge him by his struggle. The person you ignore today might be the one you're asking for a job tomorrow." Honoring the true hero. He tracked down the old professor, who was now living in a small, forgotten retirement home. The billionaire knelt before him and handed him the keys to the school. "From today, this school carries your name. You didn't just teach me, you saved me." The final word. As the sun set over the academy, the billionaire rode away on his old bicycle, a reminder of where he came from. True wealth isn't what you have in your bank, it's who you help along the way. Subscribe to MKB Motivation for more stories that change lives.